Lieutenant Bellflower is extremely valuable to my team. He thinks about everybody else before he thinks about himself.
All around, dedicated, very loyal to the sheriff's office, loyal to the public that he's sworn to protect.
As a correctional officer, Lieutenant Bellflower exhibits great quality and compassion not only for his staff, but also for those that violate the law. He's there to ensure that they follow the policies within the agency, and he also goes to the extent to actually help them when they're in dying need.
So I started back in 2011. But my corrections career goes back to '09 with the state. My dad was a corrections officer for basically 20 years. It was a good fit. It was familiar and it was comfortable for me. I enjoy getting to help people. I always try to put other people in front of myself.
He is so valuable that everybody looks up to him. They call him at any time of day and night. He's available to me. He's available to my staff. He's just valuable.
Today was just another day. At about 7 a.m., I was coming south on Turner Road, noticed a semi-truck that hauls cattle, and I recognized it to be a good friend of mine.
He noticed that the driver was stumbling off the start from a red stop, and he knew that was not common behavior of a experienced truck driver.
So I jump out of line, go through the red light, and I get up next to him where I could see into the cab, and I could see he was obviously in some kind of medical distress. I've known him since I was a teenager probably. Knowing his background is what led me to spring into action so quickly. So I drove 100, 150 yards past him. I don't have any emergency lights or anything, so I just pull off the road, put my flashers on, pull off, and jump out. As I'm running to the truck, I just kind of catch the mirror and kind of hook the mirror and pull myself up onto the step. It has a big white step. I grabbed a window breaker tool off my belt, tried to break the window. It didn't work, so I just beat the window out. We started in the right-hand lane of the eastbound lanes, went across the other eastbound lane, across the median, and across both westbound lanes, and through a ditch and into a parking lot before I was able to get the truck stopped. At the time, I really didn't think it was a big deal what I had done.
And when you look at that and say, my goodness, what just happened here? We certainly need to honor him and recognize him and his dedication to the sheriff's office here in DeSoto County, as well as to his profession.
We are trained to look for anything that's out of the ordinary. I don't believe he needed to stop to think. He knew exactly what needed to be done. He's just like me. He's like the sheriff and anybody else that puts this uniform on. This is who we are day in and day out.
When I think about what he did and when I think about him, I think selflessness, dedication to duty, as well as a love for his community.
I think the biggest thing that helped me was knowing the driver, knowing the background, knowing his medical background. He hugged me and he said, "I'm still mad at you for breaking my glass." I said, "Well, you'll have to get over it. I don't know what to tell you." I can't even put into words how satisfying it is to be able to help the community I grew up in that helped me so many times,
I would like to thank the Florida Sheriff's Association for honoring Lieutenant Michael Bellflower, as well as the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office. Thank you so much.
I just can't thank Sheriff Potter enough for allowing me to be recognized for this award. I want to thank my family, my wife and son specifically, for always being there and supporting me no matter what the crazy endeavor I choose to do. This career requires a lot of sacrifice, and they've never batted an eye when it comes to supporting me.